everybody. Today we are going to learn this probability distribution, one of the topics in Form 5, additional maths. So basically, table of contents first. So basically, what we are going to cover today are three things that we are going to cover, which are random variables. And we have the first one, the the terms that we should know before we learn binomial and normal distribution. Second thing that we are going to cover is binomial distribution. And last thing is normal distribution. So we should start here. So we start with random variables. What does it mean by random variables? Random variables, X, is a quantity whose value depends on a random outcome from a random experiment. So random variables, we have two types of random variables. The first one is known as the discrete random variables. The second one is continuous random variables. So from here, we want to know what does it mean by discrete random variables. We cover this one first, discrete random variables. Okay, discrete random variables is known as the countable numbers of value. So written as this one in set notation 0, 1, 2, 3, and kita consider this as the integer. So example, the number of times of getting A when taking examinations. For instance, when we are taking 3 examinations in a row, for example, so we want to know how many times we managed to get A in 3 examinations. Might be we langsung terdapat A means kosong, or might be we get 1 A in 3 examinations, or might be we get 2 A's in 3 examinations, or might be we managed to get all A's in examinations. So itu maksud dia discrete random variable, something that we can count. Okay. Now we go to the continuous random variables. Sorry. Okay, continuous random variables is is not integers and cannot be counted. Something that we cannot be counted. Take the values in some interval of numbers. So example, the time a student takes in minutes. So time we cannot count. So we have to measure kan, kita tengok dia ada, we have the interval. And then written as X in this interval. X is between 20 minutes to 60 minutes. So another example is body mass. Body mass, so we cannot count the body mass, but we have to measure. Kan, macam 45 kg. Okay, it cannot be exactly 45. It might be 45.5, 45.1, 50 point something. So something that we cannot count, but we have to measure the heights of Earth also. So that one is considered as the continuous random variables. So the difference between these two random variables are one we can count, another one is we cannot count. Okay, next. We go to the example. Determine whether the type of random variables and write down all possible outcomes in the notation for each of the following events. Okay, the first situation. 5 employees were randomly selected from an office. X represent the number of employees wearing glasses. So number of employees wearing glasses, if let's say we are taking 5 people, 5 employees. So we want to take a look, meaning that something that we can count, number of employees. So this one, you consider this one as the discrete random variables. Why? Because we can count the number of employees. So written as, the outcome is written as X is equals to, in set notation, 0 means none of these 5 employees wearing glasses. 1 means 1 out of 5 wearing glasses. 2 means 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. 5 means all 5 employees that we choose are wearing glasses. Maksud dia, something that we can count. So now we go to the second example. The lower student in Form 5 class is 145 cm and the highest in 168 cm. X represents the height of the students in Form 5 class. So heights, as I mentioned earlier, height is something that we have to measure. So this one is not discrete random variable. So this is the continuous random variables. So how we want to write this outcomes is in this number interval. So X is between the lowest 145 to the highest 168. Okay. Now the last example here. Y represent the number of score number 2 obtained when a fair dice is rolled 4 times. So kita nak tengok berapa kali nombor 2 tu muncul when we roll the dice 4 times. So maksudnya kalau 4 times might be dia langsung tak muncul or might be dia muncul sekali, twice, 3 kali ataupun semua 4 kali. So things that we can count here, it is discrete random variable. So how to write it? This one. In set notation 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The highest kalau n times, if let's say we try n times, meaning that x will be 0, 1 until n times. Cannot exceed number of trials. Okay, let's say we try 4 times and we get 5, cannot. The highest number will be n itself. Okay, next. Okay, we go straight to binomial distributions. Okay, before we go further to binomial distribution, we come across this Bernoulli trials dahulu. So apa maksud Bernoulli trials? So dalam Bernoulli trials ni, dia punya characteristics of Bernoulli trials, okay, maksudnya dia ada, when we do the experiment, 2 outcomes, dia akan come up with the 2 outcomes. So 2 outcomes known as success or failure. Okay, apa maksud tu? Success and failure. Success in this case means a desired outcome. So when we do the experiment, we want to see apa yang kita nak tengok dalam eksperimen tu. The success doesn't mean the good things. Okay, it could be any things that we want to that we desire. Okay, example. When a coin is tossed and the desired outcome is head, so when we toss a coin and the desired outcome is head, then success is when a head is obtained and failure is when tail is obtained. Itu maksud success in this case, failure in this case. Apa yang kita tak nak tu kita kira sebagai failure. Apa yang kita nak tu dikira sebagai success. Okay. If the probability of success is P, is written as P, then the probability of failure is given by Q, which is 1 minus P. In this case, okay, P probability, right? P plus Q, it is equals to 1 because of probability will take the highest value of 1. So, kalau kita tahu P, definitely we know what is Q. Okay, tambah je dapat 1. Next. Okay, an experiment which is made up of n similar Bernoulli trials, kalau kita repeat doing the same thing, Bernoulli trial is known as the binomial experiment. So dia punya simbol yang inilah, X bertaburan normal, binomial with the parameter NP. N stand for number of trials, P stand for probability of success. Okay, ini dia punya parameter for binomial. Okay, probability of an event for a binomial distribution is given by this formula. Okay, this formula is given for us to find the probability of an event for a normal distribution. No need for us to memorize this because the formula will be given during the exam. So for each of these letters, they have their own meaning. So R represent the number of success. Okay, N is number of trials. P is probability of success. Nampak beza di antara R and P. And where else Q is the probability of failure. Okay, remember P plus Q is equals to 1. Itu sahaja. Kita kena tahu the letters here. Okay, we go to the example here. Example 2. Okay, you are given the sentence here. The probability of a winning team, the probability of a team winning a hockey match is 0.4. So in this case, whenever we have this kind of questions, kita kena tengok setiap words tu, they represent what. So here dia kata, this is, we are talking about the hockey matches, and the our desired outcome is winning the team. So winning the team is considered as the success. So dia bagi probability dia adalah 0.4. 0.4 here is considered as the probability of success, which is P. Okay, find the probability of team will win exactly 2 times in 7 matches. So kita dah tahu what is P, and definitely kita akan tahu what is Q. Kat sinilah. So from here, kita boleh nampak P is equals to 0.4, Q is 0.6 because P plus Q is 1. So N is equals to 7. So for this is for A, so 7 matches. This one, right? So now dia kata exactly 2 times. Apa maksud exactly ini adalah, exactly is actually equals to 2. P is X is equals to 2. So we are going to use this formula. Px is equals to R. And then, okay, this is the one lah. Exactly 2 is this one. Px is equals to 2 is equals to 7C2, because 7, this one because of 7 trials here. And then C2, 2 is success. P 0.4 power of 2 times 0.6 power of 5 here. And kita akan dapat the value is, you just press the calculator, you get the answer 0.2612. Remember, we have to write everything here, formula dia, kena tulis. If you write the formula itself, it won't give you any marks. So you have to substitute the value into the formula untuk first step to get the first mark. And then you akan dapat the answer is 0.2612. This is very crucial, very important for you to write this ya. Ni. Tulis nanti hilang markah dalam paper 1 SPM. How smart you are, how brilliant you are, you have to write this. Remember this. Okay, now we go to the second one. B. More than 5 times. Apa maksud more than 5 times? More than. So, more than. Lebih daripada 5. So, more than 5 means 5 is not included. So, there is no equal sign there. So, kita tulis kat sini lah. Px more than 5. Siapa more than 5? And remember, discrete random variables, kalau kita ada 7 trials, so meaning that dia punya discrete random variables will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sekarang dia nak more than 5. More than 5, 5 tak termasuk, kita buat sempadan sini, so nombor 6 dan 7 sahaja. So you can see here, Px is equals to 6 tambah Px is equals to 7. Again, you substitute this value dalam formula given here, atas tu 7C6 times 0.4 power of 6, 0.6 power of 1 because 7 minus 6, and then tambah 7C7 because of this one. So 0.4 power of 7, 0.6 power of 0, you akan dapat 0.01884. Okay, probability of to get more than 5 times winning. Okay, next. Number 3. It is given that 65% students pass an English test in 5 actuary class. If 3 students are chosen at random from the class, draw the graph of binomial distribution for the number of students who pass the test. So from here, we have to draw the graph of binomial distribution. So kita tengok macam mana bentuk graph binomial distribution. So kat sini kita nampak you can see that there is no sign of there is no words of saying what is the probability of success here. Tapi clue dia adalah when you are given the percentage here, percentage is actually represent the probability of something. So in this case adalah 65% student pass the exam. So the success outcome here adalah pass the exam. So this one 65 tu adalah P sebenarnya. P is equals to 0.65. Or might be you boleh tulis 65% pun boleh juga. Okay, pass an English test in 5 actually. If 3 students, this is trials ataupun this is N is equals to 3. Are chosen at random from the class, draw the graph of the binomial distribution. 3 kali percubaan. So dia punya discrete random variables dia akan jadi 0, 1, 2, 3 here. So we have to find the value of probability for each value here. So kita kena cari macam ni lah, solutions. So all here, kita akan tuliskan P 0.65, Q adalah kita tolak 1 tolak 0.65, you get 0.35, N is equals to 3. So now we go to this solution. When R is equals to 0, remember we have to check all the values here to find P. For each value lah. Px is equal to 0, masukkan dalam formula yang tadi tu, 3C0, darab 0.65 power of 0, 0.35 power of 3, you akan dapat this value, the first value. This is probability kosong lah. I mean the pass exam, none of student pass exam. Okay, now kita pergi pada R when R is equals to 2 pula. Sorry, R is equals to 1. So you just substitute the value of the value 1 tu dalam formula ni 3C1 times 0.65 power 1, 0.35 power 2, you get the second value here. Okay, for second. And then next kita akan dapat yang R2 pula. Again, we repeat the same thing but we just change the value of R into the formula. The rest is the same. Probability of failure and success tu sama je. So you akan dapat the third value. And the last one 3. Dia tak boleh jadi 4 because kalau kita nampak dekat sini sampai nombor 3 je. 3 trials only. So kat sini pun sama juga. Same thing. So you get the fourth value. So from here kita akan plot the graph. Graph dia like this. Macam ni je. Okay, kat sini the vertical axis here, the vertical axis ni dia represent the Px equals to R ni, probability, the value of probability. While X, the horizontal tu, they represent the discrete random variables tu. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 macam atas tu lah. Kau tengok kan? So kalau P0 kat sini adalah lebih kurang je. This is summationally right. This is 0.04 lebih kurang di sini lah. Nilai dia. Ni adalah this one yang 0 tu adalah P X is equals to 0 kat sini. So this one yang 1 ni pula 0.23 lebih kurang di sini lah. Ni adalah P X is equals to 1 macam tu. And the highest one is P X is equals to 2. Ambil nilai di sini. This is P X is equals to 2 and the last one here this is P X is equals to 3. So kalau you add the whole value here, kalau awak tambah, if you add the whole thing here, you akan dapat value lebih kurang. You get the value of 0.475. which is approaching 1. Dan sebenarnya 1 lah. Kan probability, nilai probability tu akan jadi 1 kan. So tambah semua tu, suppose you get 1. Okay. Okay, next, this is graph binomial is macam ini je. Dia tak ada curve, dia tak ada apa-apa, sambung-sambung. Tak payah nak sambung-sambungkan point to point. Just macam itu je. Okay, so we go to the next one. Okay, kita nak tengok mean, variance, standard deviation and of a binomial distribution. So untuk binomial distribution, dia dah ada formula untuk mencari mean, variance and standard deviation, which is given by this one. Mean is equals to NP here. N stand for number of trials, P stand for probability of success. We just multiply them together. So the product of N and P. Variance adalah the product of NPQ. Just darab je NPQ. And while standard deviation is the square root of variance. This is variance dalam ni kan. So square root kan saja. Macam statistics yang kita buat tu lah. Okay. We go to the example then. Example 4. From a survey, in a village, it was found that 68%, okay, again kita nampak percentage, of the household use brand T televisions. There are 1,000 households, okay, in the village. Find the mean and the standard deviation for the number of household use brand T television. So meaning that those household yang own brand T television is considered as the success. Okay, kat sini. So this one kita nampak lah, this is P sebenarnya kan, this is P. And N is 10,000. So P is equal to 0.68, Q is equals to 0.32, N is equals to 10,000. Kita list down every time when we want to answer this question, you have to list all the information given. Okay, now dia tanya mean. So as we know earlier, mean is equals to NP. You just multiply N dengan P, you akan dapat 10,000 times 0.68. It is 6,800. Okay, next, we want to find the standard deviation. So standard deviation is given by this formula, square root of NPQ. So kita write this formula and you get this N 10,000 times 0.68 times 0.32. Now you get the value here is 46.6476. Okay. So very easy to find mean and also standard deviation if we know the formula, and also if you know we are able to determine between binomial or might be normal distribution. Next questions, example 5. A binomial discrete random variables X has a mean of 3. So kat sini soalan yang kelima. A binomial discrete random variables has a mean of 3 and a variance of 2. Okay, you highlight the questions. Every time we have the information, kita highlight kan, tergariskan. If X is the binomial distribution dengan parameter N and P, find the values of P and of N. So mean and variance. First of all, what we do is kita senaraikan what is mean. Mean in this case adalah NP kan, NP. It is equals to 3. So kita tulis kat sini lah. So NP is equals to 3. Nampak kan? Now we want to find two variables here, P and N. So kalau P and N tu mesti kita akan menggunakan simultaneous sebenarnya. So NP is equals to 3, kita letak sebagai the first equation here. This is the first equation. And then NPQ adalah untuk variance, which is 2. NPQ is equals, kita consider sebagai second equations. Now kita buat simultaneous. 1 into 2. So 1 adalah NP adalah 3. Yang ni 3 kan, jadikan 3 lah. 3Q is equals to 2. So kita akan dapat Q is equals to 2/3. Hence, how to get P? It is we just minus 1 to 2/3. So you get the value of P, which is 1/3. The answer. Okay, now we want to find n pula. N from 1, kita gunakan from 1, and P, the formula n darab dengan 1/3, it is equals to 3, so n is equals to 9, the answer here. Okay, next. Okay, now we want to solve a problem involving a binomial distribution. This time you are given a kind of daily life situations, and then is a quite long questions, and kita kena keluarkan, transform it to mathematical symbol first. So you have to understand the solutions dahulu. A factory produces an electronic component, 10% of the product are defective. So 10% are defective. Okay, defective here consider as the success outcome, things that we want to, that we desire. Okay, A, if a technician chooses 10 components at random to be tested, find the mean and standard deviation of the number of defective component. So kita tengok yang A dahulu. A will list the information given. So dia bagi dalam percentage here, 10%. 10% means 0.1. This is a probability of success. So P adalah 0.1, Q adalah 0.9, and they choose 100 components. So N is equals to 100. So dia nak cari mean. So tadi kita ulang balik, mean is equals to NP, masukkan dalam formula, 100 darab dengan 0.1, so you akan dapat 10 is the mean. And then secondly, nak cari standard deviation, also the same thing, NPQ, masukkan dalam formula, get this, 3. 100 times, square root of 100 times 0.1 times 0.9, it is equals to 3. Quite easy for the first one, A. Okay, now we go to the second question. Okay, the same thing, tapi kita pergi second questions. A factory produces a dah. Find the minimum number of components that have to be tested so that the probability of obtaining at least one defective. Okay, ni adalah keyword saya kan. Kita nak tukarkan kepada bentuk simbol maths. So dia kata probability, we want to find the probability. Probability maksudnya start dengan P. It's important for us to write the correct working step. Okay, at least one. At least tu kalau kita translate ke bahasa Melayu, dia akan jadi sekurang-kurangnya satu. Maksudnya at least, sekurang-kurangnya satu, paling kecil adalah satu. Satu termasuklah at least one. So kita tulis sebagai greater than or equals to one. Kan? So at least, sekurang-kurangnya. Okay. Component is greater than, di P lah kat sini kan, di P. Greater than 0.8. This is the probability. Probability is greater than 0.8. So macam mana kita nak tuliskan dalam bentuk, nak gabungkan semua ni, we want to write in mathematical symbol, dia akan jadi macam ni lebih kurang. Okay, P semua dah ada. P 0.1, Q 0.9. So kita tuliskan dalam bentuk ni lah. P, X is greater than 0.1, greater than 0.8. Okay, sorry, I think this one tak ada equal sign sini ya. This is just greater than 0.8. Okay, so now, what is greater than 0. Kalau 0, okay, kalau dia kat sini dia kata we don't know how many components yang dia ambil, tapi dia nak tanya berapa. Yeah, we don't know until what. What we know that dia punya discrete random variables dia akan jadi start dengan 0, 1, 2, and then we don't know until when, until what number. Tapi dia start macam ini. So greater than 1. Greater or equals to 1 maksudnya semua sini. Dari sini. Semua nombor dekat sini lah. Greater than. So boleh jadi P is equals to x is equals to 1 tambah p, x is equals to 2 sampai we don't know until when. Tapi yang kita boleh tahu adalah total all ni adalah 1. So 1 tolak saja dengan kosong ni. So you akan dapat like this lah. So and this one is actually 1 minus p x is equals to 0. Kita gantikan instead of here, kita transform, tukarkan daripada yang ini. Dia sama je nilai dia. So it is greater than 0.8. So for this part, x is equal to 0, we use this formula. NC kosong times 0.1, 0 power of 0, 0.9 power of n, because n minus 0 greater than or equals to 8. Okay, for this one, if you use a calculator, NC kosong is actually equals to 1. So this one, this one is actually equals to 1. Okay, you can use a calculator. Cuba press a calculator. 14C1, put any number that you want. 14 shift C, 0, sorry. It is equals to 1. Dia tak effect apa-apa. And then where else, the second value here, 0.1 power of 0 is always equals to 1. So ni tak ada apa-apa lah depan tu. So yang ada adalah 0.9 power of 9, power of n greater than 0.8. Okay, again yang ni tak ada equal sign tu. Okay. At the end kita akan dapat macam ni lah. 1 minus 0.9 power of n greater than 8, and then kita dapat sini, kita tukarkan bawa ke sana, kita akan dapat 0.9 power of n less than 2, 0.2. Now for this one, kita log both sides. Okay, akan dapat macam ni lah. N log 0.9 less than log 0.2. Next. Ni. Tulis balik. Okay. Again, you have to remember students ya. Kat sini hati-hati kat sini. Beware of this one. 0. Log less than 1 is actually negative value sebenarnya. So kat sini sebenarnya log okay, I write here log 0.9, it is equals to negative 0.045757 something like that lah. And then same goes to this one. Yang ini pun sama, log less than 1 dia negatif sebenarnya. Log 0.2 it is equals to negative 0.69897. Negative. So this one is actually negative. So beware in this ya. So kalau kita teruskan jalan kerja, you akan dapat macam ni. Sebab apa? Dia tukar tanda. Because of, kalau I write like this ya, sebenarnya bila teacher write like this, and negatif kan? Negatif log, sorry, it's not, ni, negatif 0.045 yang tadi teacher atas tu. Okay, dia ni less than or equals to negative 0.698 something kan kat atas tu kan. So bila negatif ni kita nak kita divide both side dengan negatif, ataupun kita cakap, you cakap, normally student cakap yang dia pergi sana, ni student selalu cakap kan, automatically this tanda dia akan berubah tanda. So dia akan jadi n greater than yang ni lah, greater than log, yang saya dah tulis kat sini dah, teacher tulis kat situ kan, this one, dia tukar tanda di sini. You can see here why I changed the sign. So here, because of this thing. Okay, That's why I changed the sign. So dia akan dapat, this is not equal, sorry, greater than. So n is greater than 15.27. Okay, this is the final one. But then question asks you to find the minimum number of component. Okay, dia nak tanya dia punya komponen tu tak boleh ada perpuluhan lah kan. Dia mesti nombor yang kita boleh kira. So, nombor integer after 15.27 adalah 16. So, the answer is n is equals to 16. Okay. Next. Example 7. In a puzzle contest, there are 8 objective questions. Each question has 4 choices of answers and there is only one correct answer. Okay. Each question ada 4 choices of answer and there is only one correct answer. Macam kita buat multiple choice question. A, B, C, D. Kan ada 4 answer, satu je betul. Maksudnya 1/4. So yang this one, ayat yang ini mencerminkan probability of getting the correct answer, which is P lah kat sini. We are talking about getting a correct answer when we answer 8 objective questions. So yang ni adalah P is equals to 1/4 ataupun 0.25. Okay, 8 objective represent 8 trials. So this is n is equals to 8. So if a participant guesses the answer at random, find the probability that he or she could get correctly all 8 questions. So correctly lah, this is R is equals to 8. Again, this one kita menggunakan formula yang inilah. P 0.25, Q 0.75, N is 8, R also 8. So substitute the value into the formula. Px equals to 8 is 8C8, 0.25 power of 8, 0.75 power of 0. So 0.75 power of 0, kadang-kadang students tu dia jadikan kosong terus, salah Dia adalah any number power 0, dia akan jadi 1. So you akan dapat this answer lah, it's quite long, 0.000015259. Okay, now we go to the second question. Second question dia kata at most. At most. Kadang-kadang student dia nampak at most, dia mesti buat tanda greater than. Most, dia nampak most. Tak. Cuba kita translate, kita pada bahasa Melayu. At most, paling banyak 2. At most. So maksudnya apa dia tu? Paling banyak 2. Maksudnya dia mesti bawah daripada 2. Okay, 2 termasuklah. So this one is actually apa? Dia adalah less than or equals to 2. At most 2 kan? At most 2 paling banyak. So boleh jadi 0, boleh jadi 1, boleh jadi 2 je. Okay. So kita akan dapat. So how to write it? This one. So remember kalau kita, this is binomial. Remember kalau kita listkan dia punya discrete random variables, kalau 8 trials akan jadi 0, 1, 2, 3 sampailah nombor 8. So kalau kita nak cari sekarang less than or equals to 2 kan. So less than or equals to 2, 2 termasuk. So dia mestilah dari sini. So yang ini sahaja. So that's why Px is equals to 0, Px is equals to 1, Px is equals to 2. So kita masukkan dalam formula NCR tu. So you akan dapat yang ni lah. 0.80, this is 0, 1, 2. Probability of success and failure sama je. So you get the answer is 0.6785. Final answer. Okay, next one. Okay, kita pergi pada common keywords for binomial distribution. Common ni kan yang selalu kita nampak dalam binomial distribution lah. Okay, definitely you can see this one lah yang tadi we have explained earlier here. NC kosong is always equals to 1. So tak payahlah nanti kata, oh kenapa tak boleh cari lah cikgu NC kosong ni macam mana? Tekan je kan kita, it is 1 je sebenarnya. Okay, NCN is always equals to 1. Tak kisahlah 12 C 12, 4 C 4, dia 1. So NC1 is equals to 1, N sorry. Okay, A kosong ni dah kita belajar dalam indices which is equals to 1. A power of 0 is always equals to 1. Okay, kemudian ada ayat-ayat yang ini kadang-kadang kita kena ambil tahulah. Okay, this one is direct one. Okay, less than simbol dia less than direct. More than adalah macam ini. Kita kadang-kadang student dia confuse between more dengan most dan more dengan most. Kat sini awak kena be careful. So more than adalah macam itu. At most, nampak tak ni? Ni at most ataupun dia sama dengan not more than. At most tu kadang-kadang kita confuse, kita tukar saja dalam bahasa, you translate it to Malay. Kita Malay kan, siapa yang Malay translate ke Malay. Okay, at most maksudnya paling banyak. Paling banyak berapa, so dia tak boleh melebihi nombor tu, that's why dia buat less than or equals to. At least tu sekurang-kurangnya. Lainkan least dengan less. Ni less. Direct. Tapi at least dia akan jadi sekurang-kurangnya. So dia akan jadi greater than or equals to. Cannot exceed lagi satu. Cannot exceed maksudnya tak boleh melebihi. So dia mesti less than N. Okay, minimum. Minimum maksudnya sekurang-kurangnya. So maksudnya it could be more than. Minimum number contoh. Saya nak minimum number 2 orang. So dia boleh jadi 3, boleh jadi 4. Maksudnya greater than that number. So sama lagi maximum. Maximum adalah tak boleh melebihi. Means that it is less than or equals to N. Ada banyak lagi lah. Kalau kita tengok kan kita kena tukar. Kita kena kerap buat soalan. So you find more words. More keywords lah other than this. Okay, so I guess untuk binomial distribution, this is all about binomial distribution. So now we move to the next distribution, which is normal distribution. Okay, so for normal distribution, okay, kita tengok apa dia maksud dia normal distribution ni. So tadi kalau untuk binomial, untuk discrete random variables, benda yang dia boleh dikira. But for normal distribution adalah untuk continuous. Kalau kita tengok takrifan, a random variable X which has a normal distribution is a continuous random variable. In two parameters there are mean and standard deviation, sigma. So yang ni lah dia punya parameter. Normally dia akan tulis macam ni lah. X kan, X bertaburan secara normal dengan mu and standard deviation square tu. Okay, kita tengok juga. Secondly, kita nak tengok karakteristik normal distribution graph. Yang ini sangat penting sebab kita kena tahu karakteristik normal distribution graph ni in order for us to read the table and so on. Okay. Okay, curve normal ni bentuk dia adalah dikenali sebagai bell shape and symmetry about a vertical line that passes through the mean. So dekat tengah-tengah dia tu adalah mean, mode, median. Mean, median, mode. Semua berada kat tengah ni. Betul-betul kat sini. Dia symmetry. So dia symmetry kiri kanan macam bell shape tu. If kind of things that bila you fold it, you akan dapat benda satu. Sama je. So and then the value here sama. Kiri kanan in terms of value dia sama. In terms of, I mean the value of probability ataupun area under the graph dia sama kiri kanan tu. And then two ends of the curve do not touch the x-axis and then the total area of the normal curve is 1 unit. Okay, 1 unit total kiri kanan. That's why yang sebelah ni nilai dia 0.5, yang ini dia adalah 0.5 juga, sama je kedua-duanya. Itu adalah dia punya karakteristik. So kalau kita dapat cari orang yang sebelah sini, contohnya lah kan, kalau kat sini dia ada nilai dia negatif A, pasangan dia dekat sini adalah A. So in terms of dia punya value yang A, dia punya scale tu negatif kan, tapi in terms of area ni sama. Sini dengan sini sama Okay, this one karakteristik dia. Kemudian Dan kita pergi to the next one kat sini. Okay, contoh. A diagram shows a probability graph for a random variable x bertaburan normal dengan mu dengan sigma square tu. Okay, it is given that AB is the axis of symmetry of the graph. Clearly we can see that this is the normal graph. Kat tengah-tengah dia tu kan. So kita tahu characteristic of normal graph, bentuk dia mesti bell shape. Okay, dia bentuk dia bell shape like this. So dia ada sempadan dia, pembahagi dia kat sini. So kat sini adalah location untuk mean, mode, median. Macam itulah nilai-nilai dia kan. Sekarang soalan tanya, it is given that AB is the axis of symmetry, so of the graph. State the value of mu. Mu tu adalah mean. So mu tu adalah mean. So from here clearly we can see that apa dia punya value, nampak kan, which is 10. Yeah. Tengah tu adalah mean. So mu is equals to 10. Okay. Now kita pergi to the second question. Okay. Second question tu dia cakap macam ni Area of the shaded region is 0.38. So the shaded region here dalam ni sini adalah area dia adalah 0.38. Okay. And then we can see, kita nampak kan, kita dah belajar tadi, kita dah tengok sikit dia punya takrifan of a bell shape. Kita tahu half ni adalah 0.5. So sini pun adalah 0.5. Right? So kalau kita tahu situ adalah 0.5, so dekat sini, ni 0.38. So dekat sini kita akan tahulah between here, this is 0.0.12 kan. Sebab bila kita tambah ni, dia akan jadi 0.5. Half-half. Alright? And then now kita pun nak tengok soalan dia tanya sini, find the value of P. P, X is between 5 and 15. So P, okay, forget to tell you that P, probability, P is a symbol of probability. It is equals to the area under the graph. Yang 0.5 tu adalah area under the graph, sebenarnya sama juga dengan nilai probability. So kalau belah kiri 0.5, sana pun sama juga, sama je lah. And then you know that this is symmetry. Kalau sini, this is beza di sini adalah 5. So dekat sini kita nak cari 5 mesti berada di sini juga kan. This one also 5. So beza dia adalah 5. So dia nak carilah sini. Okay, between here, this is adalah X is between 5 and also 15. Okay, kalau kita tahu sini 0.12, meaning that sini pun sama. Dia adalah 0.12. So kita nak cari area of this one, the one that I shade here, the green one tu. So tambah sahaja nilai dia, which is 0.12 tambah 0.12. So this is what you get. 0.12 plus 0.12, you're going to get 0.24. Area between here. Dekat sini 0.12 tambah 0.12. Okay. Tak ada jalan kerja yang panjang. You know the concept, you understand the concept, definitely you can find the value of the area. Okay. Next, kita pergi pula tadi karakteristik of the normal distribution. Sekarang nak tengok pula standardized. kita kena standardizkan in order for us, okay, remember that dalam normal distribution ni we call it this upper tail normal table. So sekarang we have, in order for us to use that table, kita kena standardizkan value of to find the z-score. Okay, normal distribution can be converted into standard normal. Dia boleh convert pada standard normal by using formula x minus, this is terpadam, x minus mu over sigma. Okay, ni adalah when you are given the body mass, the height or whatever time. So first of all you have to standardize it. Dapatkan value berat badan kita yang biasa tu, kita kena standardizekan dia. So how to standardize it? So kita gunakan this formula. X stand for the value of variables given. U stand for, mu stand for mean. This one again stand for standard deviation. Okay, we go to the contoh. Oh, yang ni karakteristik dia sama je. Like before, kan? Karakteristik dia sama, cuma the beza is mean dia. Mean dia adalah dia jadi zero. Okay, mean will be zero. Here, this is the location of mean, kat tengah, betul-betul kat tengah situ. Okay, other than that sama. In terms of area under the normal curve also 1 unit. Okay, and then it is bell shape, symmetry dekat mean tu, and two ends do not touch the x-axis, sama juga. Okay, lebih kurang kat situ kan, nampak macam touch but tak touch pun tu. Okay, pada soalan contoh, example 9. The mass of students in Form 3 Cemerlang is normally distributed with mean 52. Okay, senang je kita nak bezakan binomial dengan normal. Dalam normal tu memang ada ayat ni, normally distributed. So maksudnya ni memang kita guna normal punya benda lah. Kena ada graph dia, kena ada semua tu lah. Mean 52, mean ni simbol dia adalah mu kan. So 52. So every time kalau kita dapat soalan macam ni kan, variance adalah 64 kg. Find the mass of student in standard score. Find the mass of our student if the standard score tu adalah Z. So nak cari X lagi. Find the mass. So solution. Mean adalah mu 52, variance adalah 64. From here variance kita dah tahu 64, kita boleh cari dia punya standard deviation which is 8, square root of 64. So gunakan formula ni. Okay, you get this one lah. Just substitute the value into the formula. Okay, you have to show this clearly class students. Ni kena tunjuk clearly walaupun sehebat mana awak boleh congak. You have to show it. So dapatkan sini, and then at the end you akan dapat value dia adalah algebra biasa, x is equals to 57.74 kg. So this is, okay, kalau maksudnya dekat sini this is kita punya body mass yang normal kan, tapi bila convert pada normal, standard normal, dia akan jadi 0.718, lebih kurang macam itulah. So next. Kita pergi example, next example. Example 10. Diagram shows the normal distribution graph for masses of papaya in an orchard. If the standard deviation is 70, standard deviation 70, find the z-score of the papaya chosen body mass dia adalah 256. So you are given this graph dia ni tak standard normal lagi dia graph normal tapi dia tak standard normal. So kita nampak again, we can see that yang tengah ni, the value here tengah ni mencerminkan dia punya mean. Right? This one is sigma. So masukkan dalam formula. Mean adalah 200, standard deviation adalah 70 and you were asked to find the z-score using this formula. Masukkan z adalah 256 minus 200 over 70. Okay, you get 0.8. Okay, next question. Okay, now kita akan belajar, itu ni ambil masa sikit, kita akan belajar how to rate the graph, the table, normal table. Okay, kita tengok dahulu yang kat sini, table ni dahulu, saya teacher explain a bit about the table here. Okay, nama table ni, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, nama dia adalah the upper tail, ekor upper tail probability for the normal distribution. Ni untuk standard normal lah. Okay, nampak because of mu dia kosong kan, n dia kosong sini. Tu mencerminkan dia adalah standard normal. That's why kita kena standardize dahulu the value, the variables tu. Kita standardize baru kita boleh refer pada table. Kalau kita tak standardize the value, the variables tu, kita tak boleh nak refer pada, you cannot use this table. Okay, table ni kalau kita tengok, if you can see here, graph here, dia menunjukkan, okay, this part dekat sini ni adalah nilai-nilai z-score. Atas sini, atas sempadan sini. So, teacher I letak sebagai warna biru ni. Kat sini ni adalah z-score, kat luar ni. Ni sebenarnya adalah z-score sampai sana, ni adalah minus kan. Okay. So, nilai dekat dalam ni, keseluruhan dalam ni adalah nilai probability. Ataupun area under the graph. Okay. Okay, kalau kita tengok yang graph yang ini sebenarnya dia tail, dia cuma cari nilai graph ni. No, sorry, the table is given the value of tail, ekor dia ni saja, nampak ni. Kalau dia bagi kat sini kan QZ ataupun dia letak sebagai QZ. Simbol dia kadang-kadang kita tulis sebagai QZ. Okay, for example lah. Okay, kat sini. Okay, standard normal. So, if let's say I put here A and this one is negative A, dia sama je. Satu, in terms of value dia sama, in terms of sign tu berbeza. So this one, kalau kita sheet belah sini adalah greater than. So I write here as P Z greater than A. So because remember P adalah area under the graph. So this is area under the graph lah, ni graph. Okay, kat sini. So sama juga kalau dekat sini, kita ambil nilai tail, remember tail, A ekor. So kat sini, less than. When we shift to the left, dia akan jadi less than. So this is the value of P, Z less than negative A. So dia sama je sebenarnya. P we can write as this. P, Z less than negative A sama dengan P, Z more than A. Lebih kurang macam tu. Sebab if sometimes we will be given the value Z awak adalah negatif, but then graph kita, table kita, we don't have negative value. So kita kena ambil kembar dia which is positive, the other side tu sama. So kalau dia bagi less than yang macam ni, kita kena cari yang inilah. Dia sama. Okay. Kita terus tengok pada contoh lah macam mana nak buat, nak baca how to read the table. Okay, the first one. Find the probability of normal distribution here. The first question is PZ greater than 1.92. So kalau macam ni, kalau soalan yang macam ni, this one is actually the direct questions lah. So normally kita akan sketch the graph. Okay, you just sketch the simple of normal tu, tak kisahlah bentuk macam mana pun, lebih kurang macam ini. So and then kita letakkan dia punya Z dia. Z-score dia berada di sini because of positive berada di sebelah kanan of 0. So here. Kat sini ya. Then kita tulislah nilai dia which is 1.92. So 1.92 bila dia kata greater than 1.92, maksudnya kita kena shade line dia ni, sempadan dia, shade di belah kanan. So maksudnya ni nilai dia lah teacher. I shade this region here in blue color. Itu adalah betul-betul tail. So 1.92 adalah dia punya Z score. So kita baca dekat kita punya table like this. So you nampak 1.9. So 1.92. 1.92 nampak kan 1.92. So the yellow one represent the area under the graph. So that will be the answer. Dia nak cari area lah. Probability tu dia nak cari area. So you akan dapat 0.0274. Okay. So now kita pergi to the second one. Okay. Okay. Second one. PZ less than 2.235. Kat sini kan 2.235. So kita sketch the graph like this. And then so nampak 2.235. Okay, memanglah 2.235 tu berada di sebelah kanan. Because of positive, right? So kita letaklah dekat situ. So 2.235. But then dia less than. Bila less than kita kena shade dia di sebelah kiri sini. Semua sini. The whole thing sampai habis, sampai hujung sana. You can see dia sangat besar. Kan? But then kat situ dia tak bagi nilai ni. Dia dia sebenarnya nak cari nilai dia tak ada. The table given is for tail, for this one, the one that I shade here. So this one is actually apa dia? Oh, yang kat situ. Dia ni adalah P. Kita cari yang ini je. This is P, Z more than 2.235. Okay, because we want to find the tail. So, tapi dia ada 3 digit di belakang kan. So, kita baca 2.235. So, bila sampai dekat 5 dia kena tolak minus. So, macam mana kita nak buat? Area dia kat sini. Okay. P greater than 2.35 adalah 0.0129 here. Minus, why? Because of this minus 0. This one, minus kat sini. 0.0002. Kita ambil the last digit 0.002. So you akan dapat 0.0127. Itu untuk echo ni. Tapi kita nak the blue one kan? The blue area. So what we do is, kita tulis sini lah. 1, because kita tahu the whole thing here, nilai dia 1. 1 tolak dengan yang ini, PZ greater than 2.235, kita akan dapat 1 tolak dengan 0.0127, and this is the answer for the biggest area tu, yang biru tu. Okay, so kita pergi to the next one. Okay, PZ less than 1.925. Less than. So bila less than, kita dah shade the region sini semua. We haven't shade the region, tapi kita sketch again. Kita sketch the graph because of negative 1.925. So berada di sebelah kiri here. And then less than, kita shade the region here. So kalau kita tengok dekat graph ni, dekat table ni, tak ada nilai negatif kan. So meaning that we have to check the value of the other side tu. Dekat sebelah sana, dia punya kembar tu dekat sini. 1.925. So area dekat sini, less ni, sama dengan area greater than here. So you can tulis sebagai PZ greater than 1.925. You akan dapat kat sini 1.925. 1.925. So baca 0.0274 tolak dengan 0.0003. Sini dengan sini, right? So you akan dapat 0.0271. So the answer is 0.0271. Area of both side tu sama je. Okay. Kita pergi to the next one. Kalau ada melibatkan in between. The value of probability PZ is between 1 dengan 2. Contohnya macam ini. Okay. Between 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 sebenarnya dia akan mengambil area between here, dekat tengah-tengah sini. Okay, both are dekat same side yang sama. So kalau kita perhatikan dekat sini, so macam mana kita nak buat yang ini, this one both are nilai echo tau. Kalau kita tengok 1 dengan 2 tu, so kalau I delete sini, so kalau yang 1 tu greater than 1 tu, maksudnya dia dekat sini, echo dia paling besar sebenarnya. This one, the tail is bigger than. So ini adalah untuk Q ataupun kadang-kadang kita tulis sebagai Q1. Okay, Q1 and then Q1 and then kita minus dengan yang kecil ni, the blue one ni. So yang tu adalah minus dengan Q2. So apa yang kita buat adalah kita tulis kat situ lah kan, greater. PZ greater than ni tolak dengan Z than ni. This one Z greater than ni kita boleh tulis dia sebagai yang tadilah teacher tulis tadi kan, Q1 tolak Q2. So you akan dapat, okay, Q1 kat sini. This is Q1. Yang ni adalah Q1. This is Q1 which is 0.1587. And then this one adalah Q2. 0.0028 tolak, so you akan dapat the answer is 0.1359. So the area adalah dekat sini. Okay. Okay, now kita pergi to the next one. Yang nombor berikutnya. Okay, area. It is between -2, -2.15 dengan 0.5. Nampak dia berada di two different areas. Satu negatif, satu lagi positif. So we want to find that one. So meaning that area dia is the shaded one. The one that I shade here kat sini. Kita nak tahu area the blue one. In order for us to know the blue one, kita kena buang kedua-dua the tail dia tu. Tail dia adalah this one, the one that I shade with the purple one here. You kena buang ini. Ini adalah echo kan, Q5. Q0.5, sorry. This is Q0.5. And then another one is here. This is kita positifkan sahaja. Q2.15. So maksudnya kita tahu the total error will be 1. So maksudnya 1 nanti kita akan buat 1 minus Q0.5 and then minus Q2.15 macam itu. So yang Q0.5 dengan 2.15 tu kita kena tengok dekat table. So you're going to get this. Okay, sama juga yang itu, satu tolak. Same thing lah. Z tu kalau kita buat macam ni ke, for instance if I write this way if let's say I write this way P Z greater than A, yang ni sama juga dengan Q A sebenarnya. Okay, so kita buat, okay, this one 0.5 adalah this one 0. The yellow one, the value dia adalah 0.3085. Untuk yang ini pula 0.0158. So kita tolak je, you akan dapat the value here adalah 0.6757. Okay, now kita pergi to the last one here. Okay, what happen kalau kita ada nilai melibatkan modulus? So bila modulus, we want to eliminate the modulus tu, kita akan jadikan dia sebagai Z kan, less than 1.35 dan dia juga akan jadi P, dia akan jadi juga macam ni lah, in between negatif 1.325 dengan 1.325. Okay, instead of writing this way, kita tulis macam ini. So area dia adalah between this one, is the middle part here. Again, nampak 1 minus the echo one. Minus this tail, the green one. But the green one tu 1.325, 1.325 memberi nilai yang sama. So what we write is like this. So 2, 1 tolak 2, PZ greater than 3.25. So kita baca from the graph here, 1.325, 1.325. So kita baca sebagai 0.0934 minus dengan 0.008. Cara dia baca dia, nak tulis dia 0.008, you akan dapat 0.0926 untuk satu part. But then we have 2 parts. That's why kita kena darab dengan 2. 1 tolak dengan 2 part tu, 2 ekor kan. So you akan dapat 0.8148. Okay, so this is how we find the probability when you are given the Z score. Okay, sekarang kita nak buat proses inverse process pula. Macam mana pula if you are given the probability and you were asked to find the Z score? Nampak kan inverse process. Tadi you are given the Z score, kita cari probability. Sekarang you are given the probability, kena cari Z score. Okay, contoh macam inilah. So Z is greater than 0.3974. Remember, this is nilai untuk probability. So nilai untuk probability itu maksudnya kita kena tengok, remember kat dalam ni. Dalam here, dekat sini. Sekitar kat sini. Dalam ni. Ini nilai probability. Yang atas ni dekat sempadan ni semuanya adalah Z score. Okay. So kita cari, first of all kita cari nilai 0.3974 dalam ni. So kita nampak kan ada kan dekat mana? Cari di mana? Z-score kat situ greater than. So you can see here, this is 0.3974. Nilai dia. So we want the Z-score. Z-score kita ambil je 0.26. So Z ni adalah, this is 0.26. So nampak tak ni greater than area dia. Itu lebih kurang kalau kita nak gambarkan. So dia nak tahu Z je, Z dia adalah 0.26. Kalau kita tengok based on that blue one tu, cara kita nak baca. Okay, now kita pergi pada nombor 2 pula. Z less than Z ini adalah 0.0202. This is a very small one. So kita buat mula-mula, kita sketch the graph. And then kita nak tahu letak Z dekat mana. And then this value is very small. Less than. If let's say, okay, normally student dia akan tengok nilai kat sini less kan. Bila less dia mesti akan letak dekat belah kiri. And then dia sama. Kalau kosong. If let's say less than and the value here adalah less than 0.5, so kita letak dia sebelah kiri. So dia akan dapat macam tu lah. 0.0202 tu is the value inside here. Dalam ni tau. Dalam ni. Area dia. So what we do is, and the value here adalah less than, kat sini right. So kita cari yang 0.0202 ni dekat mana. So tengok dekat dalam tu, you akan dapat sini kan, nampak tak? This is 0202. You can see clearly. So you akan dapat, so the value here adalah akan jadi 2.05. So this is 2.0. But then kita kena letak negatif. Why? Because of dia berada di sebelah kiri, left. Left hand side of 0. So that's why you put the value will be negative 2.05. Okay. So kita pergi to the next one. Okay. Next one. Yang ni pula special sikit. You nampak. Z less than Z juga. So normally students, they will see that, oh, this is less than. It's supposed to be here. Katakanlah dia pun letaklah sini, here. Contoh kan? Okay, less than Z maksudnya kena shade the region here. Okay, now kita check. Logik tak nilai ni dengan 0.7? 0.7 is actually is quite big number. So meaning that dia akan ambil sebahagian daripada nombor dekat sini lah. The area half of this one. So maksudnya Z tak boleh berada di sebelah situ. Dia akan berada di sebelah mana? Kita tengok sini ya. Di sana. So kita nampak. Kita sketch the region. It will be this side. Less than. So kat sini logik lah. This is 0.7. So kalau sini 0.7, remember kita nak cari the tail kan. Kalau sini 0.7, so the blue one will be 0.3. So sekarang kita akan tengok dekat 0.3 itu dalam graph ni, inside here. So dah ada tak 0.3? Kita cari mana 0.3, there you are. Kita nampak kan, this is 0.3 yang menghampiri 0.001. Tapi kita tolak yang paling rapat, yang paling hampir adalah 0.14. So 0.031 0.3015 minus 0.0014, you akan dapat 0.3001. So you have to read, this is the Z dia. 0.524. So that will be the answer, 0.524. Okay, next. Yang ini pula. Kalau yang ini pula, Z greater than Z 0.5. So this is the probability tau. Kalau probability greater than, so maksudnya dia mengambil half of this normal curve. So kalau kita tengok, so Z greater than maksudnya mestilah dia punya Z dia berada di sini. So bila greater than Z 0.5 mestilah kawasan ni kan 0.5. So Z dia akan jadi automatically will be 0. So dekat situlah kita cuba kat situ 0.5, so dia adalah 0. Kalau 0.5 sini kan. So 0, 0. So Z adalah 0. Next kita pun pergilah pada nombor P is less than, Z is between negative 1.2 dengan Z 0.237. So kita pun buat sini negative 1.2. But then another Z tu we don't know where. Apa yang kita buat adalah we have to find out this 1.2 tu berapa value dia. So kita cari. Okay. 1.2 is nilai dalam ni, the value here is 1.15. Okay, so bila 0.1151. Okay, meaning that nak cari yang kat mana dia punya Z score, it will be here. Z dia. Kenapa? Because of this one. So Q. QZ, we don't know what is QZ. QZ means here, the area of this one. Okay, QZ minus Q 1.2, you're going to get 0.237. Kat sini kan. So sekarang kita carilah kat sini. So algebra biasa, Q 1.2 adalah 0.1151. So you're going to get QZ adalah 0.3521. So bila 0.3521, kita baca saja di dalam graf tu. Ini 0.35 menghampiri. Okay, this one adalah 3521 tak ada. So kita ada 3520. So you akan dapat kat sini negative 0.38 because why? Z tu berada, it is in the left hand side here. And the last one P here. Kalau mau dibuatkan modulus, again, facing the same thing. So bila Z less than, meaning that dia ada both end side tu. So satu negative Z, satu adalah Z. So this one is actually the area is here, between here. Ni adalah nilai dia adalah 0.8995 inside here. So meaning that area tail tu kita bahagi dua je. You akan dapat 1 minus 2 QZ adalah 0.8995. And then kita bahagi 2, QZ adalah 0.5. Meaning that here, the area here adalah 0.502. Yang ni pun sama. 0.05025. So from here kita boleh cari both end lah kat mana-mana. So you akan dapat this one. This is approaching, menghampiri. So kita tolak saja dengan 2, you akan dapat area dia Z adalah 1.642. Okay. Okay, itu cara kita baca. Sekarang kita nak pergi pula. Next one adalah solving problem. Sekarang kita nak tengok solving problem. Okay, it's quite easy ni. Okay, the marks for a group of students in additional mathematics is normally distributed with mean. Okay kan, remember bila kita baca ni kita kena, you have to highlight it. So mean dia dah bagi, and then ayat dia ada perkataan normal. Memang normal lah ni kan. So mean adalah mu is equals to 55 and variance dia 36. If a student is chosen at random, find the probability that his mark more than, so more than direct lah, more than 68. So you akan dapat macam ni lah. Mean adalah mu 55, variance 36, and mean, which means that sigma adalah 6. So more than, tadi kita dah tengok kan, more than kita akan dapat gunakan, kita standardize first. So this is how you write in exam, write properly. So and then you standardize it. So daripada X tu dia akan jadi Z. So and then this is X minus mu over sigma. Remember that. Okay, and then kita kira macam biasa, you akan dapat PZ greater than 2.167 greater, which is this one. And then kita tengok dekat formula buku, dekat graf ni, 2.167, 2.167. So akan dapat 0.0154 tolak dengan 0.003. You akan dapat the answer is 0.0151. Now kita pergi pada the second one. The marks is between 50 and 68. Okay. Mark is between. So kita directly tulis yang macam ni lah. P is between 50 and 68. Again, standardize this one. Become Z. So you akan dapat macam ni lah. So 50 minus 55 stand for the mean over 6. Okay. And then 68 minus 55 over 6. So you akan dapat the value here adalah negatif 0.833 dengan 2.167. So you akan dapat this one. And the area is between here. So meaning that kalau macam ni kita just tolak the both tail tu and tail tu kan. So this is Q. Yang ini adalah Q 0.833. This is Q 0.833. Okay, this one adalah Q 2.167. Okay, kita tolak saja 1 minus that one. And then we have, remember, but you have to take a look at this table kan. So 0.833 tu, so yang ni lah 0.833. So dia akan jadi 0.2033 tolak dengan 0.0008. And then for this one, 2.167 kita dah dapat tadi. 0.0151, and you just minus them, you akan dapat the answer will be 0.7824. Okay. Next one, number 12. Solving problem involving normal distribution again. So if the weight of workers in the biscuit factory follows a normal distribution with mean 63 kg, variance 1 to 1, maksudnya sigma will be 11. So 98%, if 98.7% of the workers, this is the value of probability, weight more than mkg. So maksudnya more than mkg, find the value of m. This is P, weight more than lah. Okay, how to write it properly like this. Mean 63. variance yang ini, so that dia punya sigma will be 11. So P, this is X more than M, adalah probability adalah 0.987. Okay, now what we do is we standardize it. Standardize, instead of X dia jadi Z. So M minus 63 over 11 equals to 0.987. Next, kita sketch the graph. Tak tengok dekat mana dia berada. So dia berada di sana. Why? Because of if you shade the region greater than, they mesti greater than. This is quite bigger area there. So this is the area kat sini. So meaning that nanti kita akan tolak the echo sign tu. Okay, this one. Baru kita tengok dekat table. So echo. Kenapa sini 0.013? Because of when you add them together, yang ini 0.013 tambah 0.987, you akan dapat 1. Remember, probability is always equals to 1. Tambahkan kedua, area under the graph adalah 1. So kita nak tahu 0.013 tu berapa. So 0.013, we can see it here, kat sini, nampak ni. But then kita kena minus 2 dekat sini. So dia akan baca, kita baca sinilah. 2.225. But then dia belah kiri, so kita letak dia sebagai negatif. So M minus 63, okay, this one, over 11 equals to negative 2.223. And then this is your algebra. You akan dapat M is equals to 38.525. So this is the value of M. Okay. Next question, number 13. 90 pupils set for an additional mathematics. The marks obtained are normally distributed with mean 45, variance 144. In the test, pupils who obtain marks between 40 and 60 will enter the group juara. So siapa yang 50 to 60, dia akan enter group juara. So find the number of pupils in group juara. So in order for us to find the number, we have to find the probability. So mean adalah 45, variance 144, sigma ada 12 and n is 90. Kita pilih trials untuk 90 students. So between. So we write this one first, P. X is between 40 and 60, and then kita standardize this one. Always standardize it, jadikan Z. So gunakan formula yang standardize di Z tu lah. 40 tu lah 45, and then we calculate it. You akan dapat P is between negative 0.417 dengan 1.25. So this is what we get. Okay, again kita nampak we want to eliminate the tail for both sides. So that's why I write it as Q 4.17, Q 1.25, 0.417. So you minus the tail. So this is what we get. Okay. This one adalah yang red one, 0.417. Kita boleh tengok the red one, the red arrow there. Okay, 0.417. So the answer is 0.3409 tolak dengan 0.025 for the area. While yang this one, yang 1.25 ni adalah untuk green one. So kita baca yang green lah, 1.2 which is 0.1056. So kita akan dapat kat sini 0.566. This is the probability orang yang dapat between yang manage to get marks 40 to 60. So dekat sini, tapi kita nak number of pupils, hence number of pupils in group juara akan jadi just 90 times 0.556, kita akan dapat 50 students. Okay, now kita pergi pada example 13. 90 pupils set for additional mathematics. Again kat sini B lagi kan, dia kata given that 63%, this one represent the probability 0.63. Pass the test, calculate the minimum marks required. So again kita buat macam mana? So dia kata kat sini pass, calculate the minimum marks required. So minimum marks maksudnya paling sikit. So maksudnya it could be more than. Kan? So dia akan jadi more than or equals. Lah kan? So more than or equals because of the keywords. We have to really alert with the keywords. Okay? So greater than 0.63. So kita standardize dahulu X tu, you akan dapat Z more than K minus 45/12 equals to 0.63. So kita buat dekat di sini. More than, right? So dia mesti ada dekat sini because of this one it is more than 0.5. Dia mesti mengambil dua bahagian dekat sini lah. Okay. So this one 0.63, 0.37, we have to find the echo which is 0.37. So kita take a look at this graph. 0.37 here is 0.37, kita tolak dengan 0.7 dekat sini. 0.0007. So you akan dapat ni negatif ya because of the Z tu belah kiri. So that's why dia tak negatif. So dia akan dapat K adalah 41.016. In order for us to pass the exam, kita minimum marks adalah 41.016. Okay. Kita pergi pada SPM format questions ya. Kita cover untuk yang lately KSSM hanya kita ada dua soal 20 and 21. Okay, kalau untuk yang seterusnya, before this you boleh refer pada webinar, the first webinar pun ada jadi contoh-contoh Okay, this is SPM 2021, last year. So, dia bagi paper 1 A random variable X has a binomial distribution with 5 trials such that the probability of success in each trial is P and the probability of failure in each trial is Q. Table 1 shows part of the probability of X. So state the value of Px equals to 2 tambah Px equals to 3 in fraction form. Kat sini kita nampak. So if you can see this clearly, this one yang 81/128, this one is actually P X is equals to 0 tambah P X is equals to 1. Dia tambah kedua-duanya dapat yang itu. Same goes to this one. This is P X is equals to 4 plus P X is equals to 5. You add them together. So nak tahu yang ini. Yang inilah kan. So maksudnya bila when you add this together, yang ini, this one we don't know. Ini tak X kan. You akan dapat 1. So what we did is 1 tolak yang inilah. 1 minus 81/128 minus 1/64. You akan dapat 45/28. This one adalah 45 per dengan 128. Maka dia 1 saja. Kat sini just 1 only. Okay. Okay, now dia kata hence. Bila ada perkataan hence ni, maksudnya you have to use yang jawapan dekat atas ni. Tak boleh guna yang benda lain ya. You have to use this information. You cannot use other than this. Okay, kalau awak guna cara lain, you takkan dapat markah yang sama. So hence by using this one, maksudnya you have to use Px dengan 2 dengan Px3 gunakan formula NCR tu. So this is what we get. Show that P is equals to 3/16Q. So what we did is macam inilah. So you have to use this one, this formula. Untuk nak cari P, X is equals to 2 dengan tambah dengan P, X is equals to 3. So apa yang kita buat adalah yang inilah. So this one adalah 2. But remember tadi dia ada 5 trial kan, N is equals to 5. So this is this one adalah P X is equals to 2. This one P X is equals to 3, the other one tu. Okay. So you akan dapat this one. 5C2 adalah 10. 5C3 also 10. This one P kuasa 2, Q kuasa 3. Okay, and then kita factorize it. You akan dapat this one 10P square and then Q tambah 1. Okay. This one normally if you are able to write this one, you akan dapat 1 markah. And then another one, this one factorize and then kita simplify bagikan 10. Next dekat sini, okay, When you use this one, penggunaan ni jadi satu. Q, when you Q plus P is equals to 1 dekat sini, right? So you akan dapat satu lagi markah. And then simplify it until you get the final answer whereby, okay, proven. This is another one mark. Okay, P is equals to Q 3 over 16 over Q. Okay, show, shown, it is shown. So we go to the next one. Paper 2. SPM 2021 untuk paper 2 juga. A company produces a type of potato chips and pack them before being marketed. The mass of packet of chips ranging from 75 to 80 gram will be accepted for marketing, while mass of packet of chips that is out of that range will be sent for repacking. Table 2 shows mass of packet of chips and the number of packets in ratio and particular time. So yang ini adalah this is ratio only. Ratio ni kalau kita nampak when you add them together here, it will be 100. This one tambah dengan 697 tambah dengan 2, yang ni adalah it will be 100. So ni total up ni akan jadi 100. And it is represent the probability actually. Okay. Okay, and then now kita tengok dekat sini, find the mean number of packet of chip marketed kat sini. Yang ini yang dipasarkan. This is the one that pasarkan. Okay, yang ini repacking balik lah. Kalau greater than 80, packing balik. Kalau less than 75 pun kita kena repack balik. Great one. So now kita pergi pada the first question. Find the mean number of packet of chips marketed if the company produce 5,000 packet of chips. Yang ni N lah kan. N dia adalah 5,000. So ni kita bercakap pasal yang market tu adalah yang ada dia punya tu adalah 97. So 97 over 100 which is 0.94. Ni adalah dia punya probability of success, probability of market the chips tu. So nak cari sekarang dia tanya find the mean. Remember mean untuk binomial adalah NP. So kita tulis dia sebagai mean adalah NP. So N adalah 5,000, P adalah 0.97. You akan dapat 4,850. Okay, now kita pergi pada nombor 2. If 6 packets of chips are chosen at random from the company, find the probability that exactly 2 packets will be sent for repacking. So kalau kita tengok sini repacking, yang pack adalah P adalah 0.97, right? Sorry, in this case kita nak tengok yang repacking. So bila repacking means kita nak cari the repacking will be the success. So P in this case will be P is equals to 0.3 and then Q will be 0.97 lah. So kita akan masukkan dalam sini je nak repacking balik. So that's why Px is equals to 2 adalah 6C2 dapat dikata 6 packet represent N. So 0.03 because of probability of success by repacking. Okay, and then 2, this is 4, 6 minus 4 here. So you akan dapat 0.01195. Okay, now this one is quite tricky one kat sini Okay, dia kata soalan yang ketiga ni dia cakap if a manager chooses 10 packets of chips randomly from the repacking unit. Nampak tak? Yang benda tu memang tak dipasarkan. Repacking unit tadi kalau kita tengok ratio dia ada 3. Okay, satu adalah yang more than, satu lagi less than. Okay, more than ada 2, less than ada 1. Kan kat sini kan? Less than ada 1, more than ada 2. So, dah habis kat situ. If the manager chooses 10, okay, we get to find the probability that he will get more than 2 packets of chip that have mass below the range. So kalau below the range maksudnya ada 1. So P will be 1 over 3, Q will be 2 over 3. Okay, so kena tahu yang itu je sebenarnya. N dah tahu kan 10. So you akan dapat greater than 2, maksudnya what is more than 2, maksudnya greater than 2. So bila greater than 2, you have 10 packets. Kalau ada 10 packets, you akan ada dia punya probability random variable will be 0, 1, 2, 3 sampailah 10. Tapi dia nak more than, it's quite big number, isn't it? More than 2. So meaning that kita tolak saja more than 2. 2 termasuk juga. So dia akan jadi 1 minus 0, 1 dan 2 kat sini. Kita yang ni tak payah ambil lah semua kan. Kita just ambil yang tu je. More than 2. So 1 tolak dengan P0, 1 dengan 2. So in this case, yang ini yang memperangkap kita nanti. So yang ni akan jadi 1/3, 0, 0. 2/3 kuasa 10 and so on. Kita gantikan saja and you akan dapat the value is 0.70086. Okay. So we go to the next one. Next question. Okay, this one. A random variable is normally distributed with mean, with normal distribution dengan dia punya with the parameter here is mean 12. This one, a mean will be 12, and then standard deviation will be 5. Okay, sigma dia. Given that this one, Px greater than K is equals to 1/4, Px less than K. Find the value of K. So solution dia is like this. Okay, we have to standardize first. Kita tukarkan dalam bentuk ni and you have to standardize it first. Z greater than. So instead of X, kita standardize both and. So Z is greater than K minus 12. Okay, this one. And kita simplify, you akan dapat yang this one. Kan, both side tu kita cross multiplication like this, you akan dapat yang ini. Okay, let's say in this case kita nampak the value here is quite similar. It's similar actually. So I want to make it simple. I let A to become K minus 12/5. Kita tuliskan, kita ringkaskan. So you akan dapat like this. P, Z more than A. Okay, it seems like this one is greater than this one. The area here is greater than the other one, 4 times of this one. So kita gambarkan dengan graph like this. Okay, this is Z greater than 4. This is 4 part. This is 5 parts. This is 1 part. This is 4 parts. So we know that this is in terms of ratio 1 to 4, something like that. So and we know that total area of this graph adalah 1. So 1 out of 5, it is equals to, so the area here is at 0.2. Okay, so that how we write it, this is 0.2 kan. So kita nak cari what is the tail value, the z-score here. So apa yang kita buat, kita tengok dekat graph, dekat table ni. So we can see that 0.2, we can find it here, 0.2, but then we have to minus 0.5. So the z-score will be this one, 0.842. Okay, dekat bawah, kat situlah. So kita tulis dia sebagai K tolak 12/5, it is equals to 0.842 because we want to find the value of K tu adalah Z lah dekat situ, right? So once we get this one, kita akan dapat the value of K which is kat situ K is equals to 16.21. Okay. We go to the next one, SPM 2021, and then 20. Okay, this one is quite simple one. In a residential area, it is found that probability of a family owns a motorcycle is P. It is given that the number of families whose own motorcycle have a mean of 60. So this one adalah mean dia, adalah 60 and the standard deviation of 6. Okay, find the value of P. Okay, kita tengok dekat situ, kita tulis dahulu semua maklumat yang diberi. Ini macam soalan yang tadi kan, ni SPM lebih kurang. So NP, mean adalah kita represent dengan NP, kita letak dia sebagai the first equation. And then for the standard deviation, this is the formula NPQ, it is equals to, this is dibagi standard deviation adalah 6 maksudnya, variance adalah 36 lah. Okay, I put this because we avoid to use this as square root. So kita letak ni sebagai second equation. And then kita akan buat simultaneous 1 into 2, you akan dapat 60Q equals to 36. And then you akan dapat Q is equals to 0.6. Definitely we get the value of P. Once we get the Q, kita akan dapat P. So P is equals to 0.4. Dia cuma nak P saja kan. Now kita pergi pada the next question. If 10 families are selected at random, find the probability that 3 families exactly lah own a motorcycle. So kalau ni akan jadi Px is equals to 3 here. And then kita gunakan formula yang biasa je. 10C3 times 0.4 kuasa 3 darab dengan 0.6 kuasa 7, which is 0.2150. This is the probability that 3 families own a motorcycle. Okay, next question. Paper 2 for this one. Okay, the length of a pencil produced by a factory follows a normal distribution with mean mu and the standard deviation dia adalah sigma. Dia bagi sini sajalah mean dia. If a pencil is chosen at random, the probability that the length of a pencil is more than 19 adalah probability adalah 0.2025, while the probability that length of pencil is more than 16. Jauh pula tu So calculate the value of mu and also sigma. So solution kita buat the first one tu. Okay, x is greater than 19 and then kita standardize, you can dapat yang ini. And at the end you get this 0.2025 is this area. Actually kalau kita baca dekat table, you akan dapat the value dia adalah 0.833. And kita jadikan ni sebagai the first equation sebenarnya. Okay, now kita pergi the second one. The second information kita tukarkan kepada mathematical symbol, which is x is greater than 16 equals to 0.9522. Kita akan dapat, kita standardize, the second step to standardize it. And then kita representkan dengan this bell shape greater than, which take part into this one lah, the shaded region here. And then kita akan dapat, kita baca dekat dia punya normal table, you akan dapat this one adalah negative 1.667. Okay, this one kita consider sebagai the second equation. This is the first equation, the second equation, first equation, this is second equation. So kita buat simultaneous, kita buat elimination. So you akan dapat direct, it's quite direct question. Sigma is equals to 1/2, mu is equals to 18. Okay. Next one, 2017. Okay, this is quite, this is binomial punya graph. Okay, kita dah tahu tadi kan, kalau binomial punya graph, total semua ni adalah satu ni. Tambah ni dia akan jadi satu. Okay. So dia kata express P01 tambah dengan greater than 2 ni macam dia confusekan kita kan. So greater than 2 tu is actually P x is equals to 3. Sebab dia sampai 3 je sebenarnya. Okay. Kat situ je. So nak tahu yang itu je. So senang je kita tambah dia, kita equal to 1. So you write it at this one. P x tambah 0 tambah 3 tambah 1 sini equals to 1. This one kita tulis semua. Right? And then kita masukkan the value here dan dia nak cari 0 dengan 3, dia nak cari yang ini je. So apakah value dia? So senang je, dia akan jadi AB tambah A 0 tambah PX equals to 3 tambah A tambah B equals to 1. So at the end kita akan dapat this is the answer, 1 minus A minus B. Okay? Kalau ni value of P pula, kita gunakan this one yang kosong tu. So you akan dapat macam ni lah. P x is equal to 0. So remember kalau kita gunakan kosong ni, kita tahu satu semua kan. So 3C kosong darab dengan P kosong, Q kuasa 3 equals to 27 over 43 because we read from here kosong punya. So kita selesaikan, you akan dapat this one, 1, 1, Q3 and at the end you akan dapat macam ini. This one is actually kita boleh tulis dalam bentuk index kat sini. So we find out that Q is equals to 37, hence P is equals to 4/7. Alright, yeah. And I think this is the last one. Okay, the probability of is a normal graph. Okay, the area of shaded region adalah 0.2881. This is the one lah. 0.2881 and we know that half part ni adalah 0.5 kan. So find the value of H. So apa yang kita cari adalah so Z is less than yang ini, kita tahulah kan yang ni area yang ni 0.5 minus 0.2881. So kita akan dapat the tail one. So tail dia adalah 0.2119. So kita tengok dekat dia punya table, you find out that H is equals to negative 0.8. Okay, dia direct saja. Kat sini lambat pula dia punya sampai tu kan. Ini tadi, sorry kejap ya. Okay, kita nak tengok kat mana kan. Sini 2.119. So 2.119 dekat sini kita akan nampak clearly here. It is here. Ni. Ni kan. Tapi because of dia berada belah kiri, that's why kita ambil. Okay, this is the one lah. Ni dia punya ni. So 0.8. Okay, because of dia berada belah kiri, that's why kita letak negatif. Okay. So yang ni pula direct juga. Macam ni je. X is a continuous random variable, normal distributed, mean mu, variance dia 16. Kita tulis yang ni mu, variance 16. And then this is the z-score, kita gunakan saja formula negatif 8, x minus yang ni kan z is equals to x minus mu over sigma. So you akan dapat the value of mu adalah 90.8. Okay. Okay, the summary what we have learned today, basically what we have cover, apa yang sempat dalam masa 2 jam ni adalah untuk yang normal tu normally kita akan dapat x value, kita transform it to z-score and we find the probability. So kalau kadang-kadang when you are given the probability value pula, okay, kita akan buat macam inverse process macam biasalah kat sini pula. Okay, itulah yang sedikit yang kita tengah what we cover today tentang random variables, binomial and also normal. Hope that it will help you a bit, tak banyak, sikit pun dapat tolong awak. Okay, so the key, remember that the key to success is to focus on goals, not the obstacles. So I wish you the best of luck. Okay, thank you from